Thailand. Say the name and our brains conjure up images of great food, aqua blue oceans, white beaches, incredible temples. But what about gravel cycling? Probably not, right? Well, after spending a month in Chiang Mai recently with my trusty gravel bike, I have to say that my brain is now pretty much preoccupied by the idea of returning with the intention to just bike pack the heck out of Thailand. When I was there, I mostly rode on road, and I can't in any way claim to be an expert or very knowledgeable of the gravel scene in Thailand, not even in Chiang Mai, after such a short time there. But when I did venture onto the trails, wow, it blew my mind. Riding off-road is always a blast, but to be pedaling through a steaming jungle with the sounds and sights that come along with that, that is something else. So here I am, riding up to Doi Pui, which is just above the famous Doi Suthep, which I feature in another video. Check out the link below for that video. I headed up there to check out the road and met some people who were clearing the jungle and all the road debris that had got on there after a storm. And then I discovered a lush red mud-packed road, one that meandered and split off into many other roads. I could have spent several hours up there, but I started to worry that I might end up in the Golden Triangle and be held hostage by heroin traffickers, which might have been great for my Instagram, but maybe not for my health. So I took some video, I had a blast, I got home covered in mud, the bike too, and with a huge smile on my face. For the Strava links to these rides and a link to the local gravel store, which is run by New, that I went to check out, super cool guy, and a shout out to Nun as well for taking me on these rides. So these roads that you see here, they are listed actually as roads when you get up there and you check out your Google Maps. As you can see, they're used by the local villagers, and they're used usually on motorcycles and by 4x4s. You can see that by the road. Super deep, thick, red mud. And like I say, they just go on and on. You can see here there's some concrete slabs down, which I guess is to help with traction when it's raining. That makes it a bit dodgy when you're barreling down on the bike. You kind of got to be careful. Either you're on it or you're off it. If you get stuck in the middle, you get stuck in a bit of a gouge in the path, and then you could come a real cropper. So this was the rainy season when I was there. That was in August. And as you can see, it's kind of wet. At the same time, the rain falls for about only 2 to 3 hours a day. And as you can see up in the distance up there, some lovely blue skies. Here I'm heading down at about 40k per hour. Again, you've got to kind of be careful where you go. And when you've never done these before, you have no idea what's around the next corner. It's really a really fun, really cool voyage of discovery. I was riding on 38mm tires, which were perfect for this at about 40 PSI, maybe 40 on the front, 50 at the back. I was riding on the road before that, so I could have had them a bit softer, which could have been a bit better going up the hill, but it served me perfectly. And in the end, I spent about 3 hours up there getting lost, didn't fall over, fortunately, and just, yeah, had a great time. Here you see, this is what I was talking about earlier. You've got to balance on these concrete sort of sections that they put down to help the trucks with the traction. It's a bit dodgy when you're flying down there. In this next section coming up, you'll see Nun and we decided to head down to Doi Inthanon. You can also see a link at the bottom to see that video. I was the navigator. I thought I'd mapped it out so we'd be on the road. Turns out that Google Maps was doing that trick with me again. I thought it was on the road, but it turned out to be a whole bunch of gravel, and it got pretty rough in places. Now this route's been okay for me because I'm on the gravel bike and I've got the big tires on. I feel pretty safe, but my riding partner Nun is on the road bike and she's been a bit more challenged by the route, let's say. Can you smell the supermarket? What did he say?
Really? A supermarket like here?
So again, this is a road. Well, according to Google Maps, this is a road. But as you can see, it's gone from being a fairly wide path to being essentially like a jungle trail. And I love it. I think it's fantastic. The 38s on the bike, on the wheels, are going fine. I could have done with a little bit less pressure in the tires, but I'll be back on the road in about 10 minutes. But yeah, these are the kind of trails that go all over the place. And if you do bring your gravel bike to Thailand, or if you rent one here, this is the kind of adventure you can unlock. You do have to be careful when you're riding here because there's things such as this. This is obviously an old rock slide, which has caused the route to be a bit deteriorated. But I'm having a blast anyway. Civilization and hard road. So that's that, a short little film, but I hope you enjoyed it. I'm so glad that I took the gravel bike instead of the road bike, and I fully recommend if you've got one that you do the same. I'll be heading back to Thailand in November, which is coming soon in a couple of months, and I can't wait to get out there and on the bike again. Thank you for watching, much appreciated. Please do like, please subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon.